Okay, so part 3 to Big Al's Kiss Guide to Flying Helicopters in the sim. Well done to you if you got this far. Must show that you have some interest in flying helicopters and you can put up with my crap. So we'll jump into the helicopter. What we'll do in this guide or this tutorial is we will do a hover and then we will try and do a taxi out around the airport just to practice. So I zoom out here a little bit, try and sit in the helicopter correctly. Again, we have all our controls here and we're going to use the simple joystick, the cheap one, to keep in line with the keep it simple stupid. So just to prove that you don't need all the expensive collectives and joysticks and everything else to fly the helicopter, which I do have, but I'll just prove to you that you don't need them. So first things first, what we would do is we will check all our controls are working. So we'll rotate the helicopter on the ground a little bit. You shouldn't probably do this in real life, but let's rotate the joystick. Let's rotate the helicopter forward a bit, back a bit, not too much, left and right, and then we will get this bird in the air. So we'll raise the collective or the throttle up a little bit and we should raise helicopter up a bit. There we go. So what you would normally do is you'd just move the cyclic to make sure that you're hovering in one place. You'd also rotate the helicopter. If it's trying to rotate to the left, you'd rotate to the right to keep it. So this will, if we raise up the collective enough, bring us off the ground, but not too much. You will see bang, yeah, it's going to go up and down. It's going to raise up and then it's going to sink down. That's just the way helicopters are. So what you would do is get the cyclic to the right, let it settle down a bit. Just a few feet off the ground. Have a look outside and see if we put the collective down, bring it down, not too much. Just let it settle down, it'll raise up and down. It may not raise up and down as much on you, but it's just because this joystick is cheap and the throttle isn't very sensitive to keep it. So eventually it will settle down. Like it's on a yo-yo, it's on a elastic band. But as you can see, the helicopter will just hover. Eventually stops up and down movement. It'll just hover in the one place. Eventually, I say, it's going to make a liar out of me. It's going to just keep going up and down, up and down. Okay. If it does this, just lower your collective down a little bit. As you can see, there's probably a dead zone in this joystick that's causing the issue. So next thing is, that is just one issue with having a cheap joystick, that's all. That it's going to be a little bit harder to get it to settle down. Next thing would be to rotate, normally with the rudder pedals. But if you watch the rudder pedals and watch me rotate the joystick, rotate left, that'll be rotate left or rotate right. Next thing to do then would be to push the joystick, or cyclic as it's known in the helicopter, forward a bit. Give you forward momentum. You will notice that the helicopter probably rises up a bit. That's just for ground effect. As you move forward, it just rises up a bit. What you normally do then is just continue on forward, rotate the joystick, or use your rudder pedals to rotate you left or right. As you can see, the more you go forward, the more the ground effect has on you, and the helicopter rises up without you even touching the collective. Then when you slow down, when you pull back on the joystick, it then dips down again. Again, it's just this joystick. The collective isn't that sensitive on it, so it just hits the ground. Again, forward with the joystick, the cyclic. Forward, rotate left. Rotate the helicopter left. Rotate right. We'll rotate the helicopter right. Our rudder pedals. What I would normally do is to practice is to continue around the airport, following the taxiways, using the rudders or the rotation of your joystick to rotate left, rotate right, forward on the joystick, cyclic to bring you forward, back on joystick to bring you back. You don't particularly need to touch the collective. It should sit. Probably would have a better joystick than I have. It should just sit at a level. It will raise up and down as you go forward or come back. It'll raise up and sink down. But practice would be to just taxi around, follow the taxiways around the airport. Get used to, you can see there, the faster that we go, the more the ground effect, the more the helicopter wants to actually fly. Will raise up. Then it just stop going forward. You will see I go hover. You will see it come back down. Should sink down again. Slowly but surely. Pretty much that's it for part 3. The hover and taxi around. How to use the rotate to rotate your left and right. We'll come back down to a stop here. Okay, and we can bring the collective back down. And that's it, you're back on the ground again. Collective back down. So hopefully that's shown you how to hover and taxi around. On the next tutorial, we'll taxi out to the runway and I will show you how to take off, do a quick flight, come back and land. Any questions or anything, leave them in the comments below. Like and subscribe would be good, and we will talk to you later. Bye.